Okay, here is what is there in the assignment, right? The main thing is that we want to make use and make sure that you understand RDF more, okay, better. And then we make understanding of this by applying the concept that you understand to model something. Okay, I give already something that perhaps could be of interest, okay. Employ RDF syntax and semantics to describe objects using RDF model, RDF XML, total, and entry syntax. Okay, so this is a pair word. Consider the following objects to model and to be described by RDF. So these are 10 available types of objects or sample objects idea, okay, that I think it will allow you to think, research, brainstorm, and try to make it interesting. Perform the following tasks. Number 1, 0, task 0. Choose one, but do not make duplicate choosing because then we want to share and learn together. Number 2, whatever you choose, let's say a modern art, okay. When you make presentation or do something like that, try to really research a little bit. For example, for modern art, I gave some picture here. Do you know what is this? What is it? Starry Night by Van Gogh. Yes. Okay, so choose something, some real object, right? I gave just some idea, but you don't need to really refer to Starry Night if you choose modern art. You don't need to really, I show here Moderna, but maybe for COVID vaccine, you can choose something else, such as Pfizer, bivalence or whatever, okay? And try to explain them. So describe the selected objects. I wrote it very many, but I think the basic ones will be there, right? Such as, what is it? The name, the title, the artist, or the developer or whatever. Then there could be something interesting inside, okay, apart from the basic one. So you first write in English. So I want to understand what you want to describe. 20 statements in English, okay, such as Starry Night was drawn by Van Gogh. Starry Night was a kind of water painting. Starry Night has the size of 20 centimeter or whatever. Multiply this dimension and so on. You describe in English statements first, and then later on, model them as RDF graph. Okay. Make sure we follow all the principles we discussed, and actually the points I also suggested today. Your eye, make it connecting, linking to existing resource. Follow all those 4 principles of linked data as well. Okay. Be sure the very first syntax you try is RDF XML, because then you can validate it using the tool. Okay, you may generate the RDF graph by the tool, but if the graph itself is kind of not very readable because of the size, then you can do your own drawing if you want, but I don't mind. But make sure it's presentable and readable. That's the important thing. Try the 2 syntax, turtle and entry. Okay, I mean, instead, in addition to RDF XML, try also turtle and entry too. I would estimate for a pair word, this should not take longer than 3 hours. Okay, more or less on average. And today is the 6th. The reason I make the deadline on the 8th because tomorrow we have no class due to my other matter. So you can actually spend the class hour of tomorrow working with your friend for the 3 hours, exactly the same time. Okay. And submit your work, the result of the work through the classroom. Okay. Because then it records the time. of the submission. Make sure that it's before the deadline of the 9 o'clock, before the class starts on Thursday. Then I may want some sharing, okay? Explain your description, the things you model, and then the RDF model as a result that we share with the friends. The key thing is that, of course, key objective, you learn the RDF model, you can model them. But the way to model, of course, you need to choose interesting descriptions to model, right? Interesting and useful. Okay, if you want to describe about COVID vaccine, what are the things people may want to know? What are the things that we should describe about COVID vaccine, right? The interesting part and the useful part. Not like something that nobody may wants to know, right? Okay. And maybe some creativity will be there. I gave kind of very broad idea, such as in medicine, right? COVID vaccine, finance, cryptocurrency, cultural artifacts, such as a museum object, right? Modern art, TV show, TV program, job ads, tourist attraction, sport match, or online course, or research project, and so on. Okay, try to find a way. And yeah, I think that's all I would like to talk about this. So, any questions so far about this?